I made this. It's a card for a teacher. It could be this one. I'm making a thank you card, but it could be great for Valentine's Day. You could change a butterfly into a Christmas tree. Actually, I made an extra heart for the file I shared, and it was more of a Valentine's card, and I'm just going to make a thank you. So I just took the extra heart out and put butterfly. Isn't that cool? I love it. In a minute, I'm going to go to the computer to Design Space. I'm going to show you how you can change my file to make it any way you want. My file was actually a little bit different than this. It didn't have this back piece, but I show you how to add that and how to change things to make like a file like mine into your own. And I'm going to have the file available on my blog at melodylanedesigns.com. And I'll put a link to the blog post in the description below. Anyone can have that basic file. Usually I only give the files to the people who support me on Patreon. They get all my files, which there's quite a few of them. But once in a while I like to share with everybody. They've already had this file, and I shared this with some people on the Cricut Design Space Facebook group also. So they've had a chance to play with the file and make their own. So I also have some pictures of what they've done. So after I show you on the computer, I'm going to show you some of their pictures, and then I'm going to show you how I put mine together and how mine turns out. Okay, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to change a file. Somebody in one of the Facebook groups asked me, well, they didn't ask me, they saw this little thing, something like this in a circle, and asked if somebody could make it into an SVG, and I was like, you can just make that in Design Space. Why make an SVG? I decided, well, I'll just make it into an easel card. And I took one of my older easel cards, and I show how to do this, how to make an easel card, in one of my other videos. And I will put a link to that below. If you don't see the link, remind me in the comments. And I'll add the link to the video of how to create an easel card. This is with all free shapes. So even if you don't own any cartridges and don't have a subscription, you can make this. So let me show you how. This is just sitting on top of that. It says it takes a big heart to help shape little minds. This can be for a teacher. You can change like this heart into a butterfly and just make it a thank you card. You can make it a Christmas tree and say Merry Christmas. That's what this little spot is for, this rectangle. You could use stamps and stamp something on there, or you can cut out a phrase, or you can write on it, just like I wrote this, but on this paper. But I want to change a few things. This is the file I'm giving to everybody for free on my blog. I'm going to show you how you can make it your own. You don't have to do it just like this one. For one thing, you can totally change the colors of everything. It doesn't have to look just like this. But I am going to change this. I'm going to put another layer into it. Okay, I'm going to go to Insert Images. And I'm going to go to Craft Room. Whoops, I forgot. I want to go to my image sets and then Craft Room. And click this. This is a free cartridge. If you don't own any cartridges, you got this one for free. And we're going to insert the scalloped heart and the scalloped circle. We don't need these. So I'm going to go ahead. You don't have to do this. You can just... But I want to delete this, because I just like to have as little images as possible. And group that, select that, and delete. Okay, so you know what? I need to duplicate this because I don't want to lose the size. The size of this matches the size of the curve here. So I'm going to turn on the grid lines. They're right here. And you can zoom in and out. I'll zoom it a little bit so you can see better. Okay. Did I duplicate this? I don't think I did. Duplicate. And it duplicated the words also because they're attached to it. And you can change the words if you like. You can do it any way you want. So I'm going to go ahead and detach just to show you. See, now I just have the circle. And really quick, let me duplicate that circle, and I'm going to show you how I did the letters in a circle. Just real quick. So I just took another circle like this, and I grabbed these letters individually and just moved them where I wanted. You can do this. So I did that with each individual letter. Right now, that is the only way you can do it. It may come in the future where you can design in a circle. They're always improving design space. They're awesome. I don't need this one. And I really just need this circle. I don't need, let's get this out of the way, get that out of the way, and I'm just going to delete those. Okay, so this circle matches it because I duplicated it. Now I want this to match the size of this. There's many ways to do that. I can look, it's 5 by 5. So I could take this and make it 5 by 5. And for some reason, this is not a perfect circle. Let's move that to the top. Let's just go ahead and make it, see what happens if I do this. I don't think it really matters that much. So that matches that circle. And you can bring it over here and see how that matches it. Okay, so we got this. Okay, I gotta change the color. I'm sorry, I don't like that color. I like pink. Okay, we don't need the circle anymore. We can delete it. Now this one we're gonna put on top. Let's bring this to the top. And it covers up totally. That's not what we want, so we're just gonna shrink the whole thing and make it any way you want it. You can make it really small if you want. You can make it bigger if you want. You guys can use your own imagination. Kind of looks like a flower. I like that. Bring that to the top. And you could keep the heart that big. You could make it any way you want it. But we're going to add something. I'm going to duplicate this. I should have colored it first. I think I'm going to make this pink and make this one maybe a lighter pink. Okay. I'll make that a little bigger. We're going to step this one back just one layer. So it's behind there. Place it where we want in the middle. And then put this one. You can make that heart white too. Of course, you can make it any color you want. No, I like it better. Or maybe just red. I don't know. Or pattern paper or something. It could be anything. And once you get this where you like it, you could go like this and group it all together so that it moves all together. And I did this one to put down here. Let's bring this to the top. I'm going to make this another color. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to click sync and just drag it to match this one. So it matches. And there you go. And you could put ribbon on this or string or anything. I have some pictures of some that people have made and posted for me, and I'm going to share those at the end of this video. Let me show you how you can add text. I used the birthday cake font. What the heck was I typing? Did I just... Okay, I just forgot the E or A. Yes, I know my letters. Edit panel. And I'm going to show you a few other ways to do this instead of just typing. I'm going to center these. I'm also going to move the letters closer together. And for some reason they don't totally center. But, okay, so now I'm just going to shrink it down till it fits. And you could have this cut, and then you have to place each letter on there. You could weld them together, but they don't all touch. You can move them closer together, make it bigger. Okay. Once you weld, you cannot unweld. Where's the layers panel? Okay, let's isolate these letters. Okay, so now you can move them. It's much easier when things are welded together because they'll come as one piece. But this writing will be so small, it might even be hard to cut. I'm just going to change this. So you can make things any way you want them. Box around them. Weld. Once you weld, you cannot unweld it, but you can go to undo. There we go. So now it's one piece. So it looks like everything is welded together except for that V. You know what? I'm going to undo. Undo with the welding. I'm going to make that V be connected to the H. There. Whoops. You have to get it all within the square. And see these lines? Those are cut lines. That's going to show it's going to cut there. So after it's welded, you won't see these little lines anymore. There. So now you could shrink that down and put on the card. And you can do that any way you want. To tell you the truth, it's easier to find a Valentine saying. I'm going to type in Happy Valentine's and try to spell it correctly. So here's a bunch of them that are already done for you. And some cards. So when you search, it's going to bring everything up that says Happy or Valentine's. So like that's why you get like the Happy Day, Happy Birthday, and all of that. Happy Earth Day. Could totally change this from a Valentine card to a thank you card. And you could add butterfly to it. There's a couple butterflies I really love. Like this one. This is close to my heart. Art booking. And then thank you. And you could write your own thank you. I like this one too. What's this one? That's cute. Okay, all these came in at once. So for Valentine's Day, I would change these colors though so they match your card. And you can do that in the sync. So change that to this. Just grab that whole line. And okay, just showing you different things you can do. And take the hearts away. We're going to do a thank you. And remember, you can rotate this however you want. Like that. And I think I would make this kind of so that matches. And maybe change this one. And this one, I would ungroup. Maybe just take this away. Since it's just a thank you card, let's make purple's my favorite color. And I don't know what color heart. Oh, wrong heart. And let's try that. There. Whoops. We can, whoops. Group all that together. And of course, you can make it any colors you want. I'm going to cut one of these out. And I might change the colors. And show you how to put it together. How to fold it and everything. All right, I'll be right back. And here's a project Jennifer Fox did with my file. Isn't it cute? I think that's a Peachy Keen stamp on that face. And look how she did everything. I love it. And here's Oma Gloria's. And she did it just like my file is, but she used glitter paper and she used a red pen. And Sandra Tunsil, look at hers. She added a Valentine heart background to it and used some glitter paper, and that looks so cute. And Jackie Castro, look at hers with the pattern paper and a rosette behind the heart and the string under the hearts at the bottom. And Sherry Phillips Martin, she always does awesome cards. And she also put a background behind it, and there it is in another view. I love that. And Carol Prevost, there's hers is all folded up. She also added a background to it and added a little bling, and I love the little lace. Weren't those all cute? And I love how everybody changes them and, you know, does them. There's so much you can do. But I used this paper, this 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Isn't it kind of awesome? I think I got this on clearance at Joann's one time, along with this. This was like, I think in August when I got this. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, so I did that and I cut these out. The only thing I don't like about this paper is you can kind of see the white through there. Can you see it? Like the edges of it. I don't know. Can I see here? Does that help? You can see the edge is kind of white, and I don't really want that. See, the back is also white. And it's going to be really hard to ink the edges inside here. So what I'm going to do is turn it over and use a really inked up dauber and try to ink the edges that way. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with the thank you. And to tell you the truth, I have not done this before. So we're just going to see how it works. So I'm going to kind of just work it in there. I'm using Ruby ink. It's from Close to My Heart. And I think it worked. Can you tell? See the right, or this side. I think it's the left side to you. I don't know. It's backwards here for me. Okay, guys, look at that thing on my hand. I had no idea it was there until about an hour after I did this project. Yes, an hour. I saw that. And then I didn't know it was there until I was editing. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's that rhinestone. It's a dark red rhinestone. I don't know where it came from. You don't see the edges as much. See how you can see the white on there? So it did work. Yay! It's always nice when those things work. But you gotta kind of move it around. And I'm probably getting ink all over my fingers. Yep. What's new? There. That looks better. So we'll do the same thing here. Gotta be careful to hold it still and not rip the paper. It's a little better. Let's close this up. Okay, now here's how to put the card together. And I got ink all over me. This is glitter paper from Joann's, and I want this to be the top. So this is going to fold over. It folds in half here. When you fold this, it'll be like this. These two will be edge to edge. And look at that ink. Good thing that's the back. Uh-oh, I got ink there too. Okay. Okay, I got a baby wipe. Now wiping on my jeans. Okay, so here's how I fold it. You fold it in half, then fold this in half. If you use my file and design space, the score lines are already there if you have a score tool. And then this piece is going to go on here, like that. Okay, so first let's put this together. I kind of wanted to ink the edge of this, just a teeny bit. I hope I don't need to add more ink to it, because I'm not looking forward to that mess on my hands again. I think it's gone pretty good. I don't have to dip it in the ink anymore. And this glitter paper here, I get at Joann's by Coordinations, and I cut it with the design space just on cardstock setting. And this paper I think is a little bit thicker. It's like pretty thick. I don't know what it is, but I thought it was a little thicker, so I went ahead and did cardstock plus. Okay, now the hard part is trying to center this, especially on camera, because you know it never turns out perfect on camera. Okay, now we're going to put the heart on, and I'm going to go over the edge of the heart real fast. Okay, I'm just going to use some Scotch foam tape. You can even get this at the hardware store. It'll give it just a little bit dimension. If you want more dimension, you can stack the foam on top of each other. Okay, try to... I feel like I should have made this heart a little bigger. And you can do that if you want, just by dragging it to a bigger size. There. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this, and look. I want to do this. This is a red ink, and I was thinking about doing a pink ink, but the ones that have of pink are not like that color of pink, so I think this kind of is a little bit better. I don't really want it to show up that much, so I didn't want to do like a light pink that totally didn't go with it at all. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this with foam tape also. Oh, and I wanted to tell you the pen I used, my Explorer wrote that on there. And I'll show you the pen I used. It's from the metallic markers. It's Cricut marker, right? Yeah? Oh no, it's American Crafts. I think Cricut has the same one, does the same thing. This is a purple metallic marker with a medium point. And I think I'm going to use, this is a Martha Stewart ballpoint pen for the adhesive. Okay, I think I'm going to stick this right here. I'm going to put it at an angle. You know what? I'm putting it over here. I forgot I wanted the butterfly there. 4 little pieces on there. I'm going to do it there. For this butterfly, I'm just going to put some glue in the center. Lots of it. But these pins, if you push down on it like this, more glue comes out. See how I got it just in the center? And then just push it down in the center. So there, I just have it glued right in the center. Let it dry. And then it just has a little bit more dimension. Okay, so here's how the card works. Adhesive on here. And then we're going to try to get this even. This is going to go right here on the edge, like that, and that's going to sit there. See, like that. And the problem is, I got ink all up here, thinking it was the back, but when this is like this, you can still see this. So, I have to fix that. So I think I'm just going to put some washi tape over it. I kind of like that better anyway. I love the chevrons. So it gives it a little bit something on top and covers up my mistake to help. So it says it takes a big heart to help shape little minds. Isn't that cute? And then it sits like this. So a teacher could have this sitting on her desk or something. If you want to show me your pictures, or if you guys make a video, put a link in the comments below. Or if you do your pictures, you can tweet, Facebook, or Instagram them to me at MelodyLane815 or Google+. Tag me in it. Let's see yours.
And here's a shout out to a few of my Patreons.
Lena Knutson, Sherry, Pat Dusak, Donna Nora Stadler, Evelyn Webb, Rhonda Hodges, Barbara Wharf, Deborah McGuire, Sandra Ramos, Marian Anderson, Sherry Phillips Martin, Wanda Dodd, Ann Length, Nicole Beasley Becker, Chris Zook, Carmen Case Peters, Diane Potter, Chris Mucha, and Nina Parker. Thanks, guys, and thank you to everybody for watching. Love you all. Bye!